Everyone, Mango7Roll here, how we doing today? Welcome to the anniversary of Fire Emblem Heroes review video, I guess, maybe not review video, a reaction video is probably a better choice, and analyzation. I have no idea, I'm stoked anyway. I'm also noticing as I look at the screen, we've got good ol' Oliver on both sides. I think I'm just gonna keep him there. I thought about changing him, but we'll give him his time in Spotlight just a little bit longer. Anyway, I want to take a look at all this information we got last night. I'm sorry this is a little late, but I slept early last night, so figures I picked today, that night, to sleep early. And one thing I want to get across to you guys first is I have no idea about any information about this yet. I have not looked on Reddit outside of quickly grabbing a higher resolution version of the calendar. I have not done anything. I don't know anything about data mining. I don't know anything about other people's insights, so I just know what I know. I want to take this information from the point of the average Nintendo consumer, the average Fire Emblem player, the average person, the way Nintendo wants us to see this. So I may be wrong in a lot of these things, but here we go anyway. First off, we get login bonuses. Everybody loves those. 2 orbs every day, up to 10 times, so that's insane. As always, we're going to be getting a lot of those, by the way. I think there's 3 or 4 of them on the calendar I saw. And this is probably the thing that gets me the most excited. I've done a bunch of videos on this. I think it was titled, "Is Nintendo Throwing Away Cash?" Because I honestly think they were up until they started adding things like this. Every other gacha game has a starter support pack. A pack that is way above the worth you put into it. So it's something you can buy for $5 that's worth $30, for example. And this is no exception. This one comes with 12 orbs, 12 stamina potions, 12 light blessings. Are you sure about that? I think they just wanted to keep it as 12s and they didn't know what else to add. And also a free 5-star, well, a free, in quotes, 5-star hero, Black Knight, all for $5.50 for me. That is Canadian fake dollars, so I'm assuming something like $3.50 for you guys, maybe $4. But $5.50 of my fake dollars. I'm really excited for this, and it can only be purchased once per account, and this is really important because you can't do stuff like this so they can just buy their way to the top, buy infinite heroes without buying the random part of it to begin with. But once per account is okay, once per special event like Christmas is okay, once per anniversary is okay, but not continuous. There's also welcome back gifts for players who return after 30 days or more, which is awesome. It's only 20 orbs, but it is what it is, something good to get people back to the game. We also have Choose Your Legends Round 2. I am stoked for this, and this is something I'm really curious about what happens. Obviously, before the Choose Your Legends, the first one, a lot of people really had no idea who any of the characters were, what games they were from, what they sounded like, what they looked like, all sorts of things. Nobody really knew, especially people like me. I really just had no clue whatsoever. But I obviously knew people like Marth Lucina, Roy, I'm sure there's more, Ike, a bunch of people, and that's about it, to be completely honest. I didn't really know anybody else outside of the ones from like Smash and stuff like that. So I'm really excited to see what Faye has done to this voting system. To see if people like Nino, like Reinhardt, like I can't really think of any others, like Noe, how their place changes in this poll. And it's just because people didn't know about them before, and now they do, especially frontrunners that kind of pop out from Faye, that the first ones you think about. Like the first one I think about is Reinhardt, obviously, because that's all you see. So is that going to make his vote count way above what he was before? I guess we'll find out. I'm super excited to see anyway, and I really hope this turns out good, and I really hope we get somebody we don't really expect, you know? Like maybe Reddit bands together and the entire community bands together and votes for like somebody really bad. I have no idea. I have no idea what will happen, but here's hoping something fun will happen. Anyway, let's switch into the calendar now. Really stoked about this. We're gonna go through by color here. So first off, let's look at the events, the blue ones. We have the early anniversary celebration, which already started, which is exciting. We also have refined special maps, weapons and special maps. I can only assume this is going to be reused content that we get bonuses for quests. We then have our first new content, the Grand Hero Battle of Lion. I have no idea who Lion was, so I googled a picture of him ahead of time just to kind of see. I like kind of getting the view of what he looks like before I see him in game, and then I can see what he looks like in game after, just to kind of get that surprise moment. So this is what he looks like there. Interesting. He looks like a tome. I'm not sure. I can't see what else he would be. Maybe he's got a sword under there, like maybe that's a sword hanging right down there, but probably going to be its home. No idea. It might even be a girl. Who knows? You never know with genders in this game, like Urk. You just kind of get surprised sometimes. So who's next there? Excited for that, by the way. Any new content is always fantastic. We also have a Tempest Trials mini Shrouded by the Storm. I'm sure that name means something to people. It doesn't mean anything to me, but I am super excited for it. I love mini Tempest Trials. I love big Tempest Trials. I love all of them, and I really hope it's done as well as this one. In other words, a free 20% unit that we can all use, and then having the unit that comes from the Tempest Trials be a 40% unit. That's my dream. We'll see if it happens, and we'll see if they stick with that, because this Tempest Trial has been the best one yet, by far. We then come to the big one, the first anniversary celebration. Fantastic. I'm super excited for this. They don't really tell us what it is, obviously, but I guess we'll see. We can also assume a Fae channel is coming. I'm sure people have a better idea than me, but I'm guessing at the end of the month we will see. And especially judging by some of these things right here, I definitely think we'll be getting the Fae channel around the 28th or 29th. We'll get into that in a second here. But yeah, after that, we have the Grand Hero Battle Revival of Valter. I do not remember this Grand Hero Battle, but he is a flyer, and I remember flyers being generally the easier Grand Hero Battles because you just shoot them. I don't remember it being too difficult, but I guess we'll see. Either way, a lot of people really like Valter, and I do like the look of them. I never really use them, but I'm always excited to get more GHB units. So that's all the blue there. Now we go to summoning, the juicy one. We have the special hero summoning event, which is the holiday ones, I'm assuming, the limited edition seasonal units, and it's February, so of course it's gotta be Valentine's. You never know, they might surprise us, but it's probably going to be Valentine's. It's probably going to be I think it's either going to be 2 new units and 2 old units, or just 4 straight up new units. I'm not entirely sure which route they're going to go, whether they're going to throw a ton of seasonal units at us, or whether they're going to put new and old in the mix together. I thought for sure they were going to do the 2 old, 2 new this year until they started adding the seasonals to legendary banners. So now I'm not entirely sure what's going to go on, but either way, we will see, I'm assuming, in about 10 days. We also have the Summoning Focus movement skills after, and these are going to be the coveted movement skills. I can imagine it's going to be things like Flyer Formation, like Armor March, like, who has those? I can never remember. I'm so bad at this, especially since I don't use those too much. Like Amelia, like Tana. Does Tana have one? I don't remember. Alencia, does Alencia have one? I don't remember. Either way, the super 5-star ones that are super awesome. But they also could add, with this recent banner we had with the 4 stars, they could also add increased rate to people with reposition with draw pack and with swap. You never know, they might do that too. But I also think they're gonna throw a wrench in this one. I think they're going to add somebody like Halloween Henry. Does Halloween Henry have Armor March? Like some sort of special limited unit with Armor March might go on this banner. I think that's something that'll really get people happy and excited, and really stoked about. So I think that's going to happen too. I'm probably completely wrong there, but you never know. We then have, on the 24th, New Heroes Summoning Event. These are going to be, obviously, new heroes, not limited heroes. These are going to be new ones completely added to the game. I can only imagine this ties in with the Grand Hero Battle of Lion. I have no idea what game Lion is from, but I can only hope it's a game with a really strong dragon in it, and I really hope we get a dragon there. I can imagine they're trying to drain our orbs until we get to the start of the month. So a good way to do that is to throw a dragon in the mix. So I can imagine this banner will have a dragon. No idea who, no idea what, but hopefully it ties in with Lion. And hopefully there's a dragon in it. That's my guess here. We then have the Legendary Hero Summoning Event. These are the monthly legendary banners. Again, not entirely sure what's going to be in that. I can probably do a video on that, maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after, of just kind of my projections of what I think the banner will look like. But obviously, or not obviously, maybe, they switch things up a lot, but we can assume it'll be the same sort of style as the other ones. It'll be the 3 legendary heroes, it'll be the 4 seasonal units repeats, and then it'll be the other strong units after. I'm not sure if we'll get a new legendary hero this time, but I can imagine for a 1-year anniversary we've got to get a new legendary hero, just because it's such hype, you know, it brings such hype to the game. Gunther not as much as Fiora, mainly because she wasn't free. Did you know you can get her from the end of book 1? But I think one will come. I think we'll get a fire one this time. Time will tell. Time will tell. We will see. So next up, we have login bonuses. Just go over those really quickly. There is 4 of them, which is awesome. Free orbs is always great, right? And we're going to need a lot of orbs. A lot of orbs. Just as a side note, speaking of orbs, judging from this information, I am still not breaking free to play outside of the $5 starter pack. There is still no new content in this that is given out yet, but like I said, we're not going to see the important things in this calendar. They don't want us to be hyped for that yet because they haven't showed us what it's about. They haven't hyped it in a Faye channel. So I can imagine right in here, right with this anniversary celebration, right with this next one here, this pink thing right here, we're going to get some sort of big thing, and I'm sure that'll break my free-to-play cherry or whatever you want to call it at this point. We then have quests here, which are always which basically look like rehashed content that you get orbs for. There's 3 heroes quests here right now. I'm not sure what that is, but that one, assuming, has something to do with Alphonse, Sharena, and Anna. I always assume these 3 are going to get story quests or part of the main story that advance their skills, that refine their weapon, that boost their stats, that do something to the 3 main companions you have with you. So maybe this is it, but I assume that would be unannounced on the Faye channel. But I guess we'll see. Maybe that's something like that. Maybe it's just 3 heroes like Barcherry, Florina, and Est or something that need to get kills. Who knows about that? And then finally, as I run out of breath here, we have the planned version update just hiding down here, just all sorts of hiddenness right down there. And these are my favorite because these always add quality of life features. These always add stuff like weapon refinery. These always add something. So there's going to be something big for this. Their version updates are pretty big at this point. We can imagine we'll get something really big, really good that'll shake the system. I'm super excited for that, and I'm sure we will see more of that in the Faye channel. And also, I think the Faye channel will be on about the 28th here, 27th, 28th, 29th, just to give us a day or two to look at the legendary heroes. I imagine the Faye channel will have that showcased in it, especially if we are getting a new legendary hero. We can imagine the Faye channel will show that hero off, and we'll see about it then. So that's why I think it'll be around the 28th. Anyways, I ranted and rambled for quite a long time there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I'm probably wrong with a lot of this, and I will see you guys next time. Bye now.